Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super speculation slash theory video, and I am once again joined by Kihokai 1994. Man, what is up?
What is up, all Dragon Ball lovers? We are here today to talk about a discussion that you want to hear.
They saw the title, they clicked on it, they saw the thumbnail, so they still clicked on this, they want to hear it about. So anyway, today we're going to be discussing the Tournament of Power and Goku's fights within the Tournament of Power. Yeah, Tournament of Power and Goku's fights. But personally, is Goku going to be defeated? And if so, by who? And just to start this off, I want to hear your opinion, but I personally think that Goku is going to get defeated on this. I think he's going into this tournament with way too much confidence in himself. And
for the first time, or well, not for the first time, but for one of the very few times, because he normally has a plan, but still always tries to be on the defensive and not being too cocky like the Saiyans. So that's very interesting to see. And not meaning to interrupt your point or wherever you were going, but there's been speculation that the show will be ending sometime, possibly sooner, that we will be seeing the end of Z sometime soon, and he's gonna have to get into that training mentality of teaching, like wanting to actually teach somebody else moves so that we can see him take Oob from the tournament. And this might be the reason why when he gets defeated.
yeah, I mean, personally, I don't think that that's actually true. I wouldn't agree with that speculation, because personally, when it comes to Goku, he doesn't necessarily mind getting defeated. It just kind of shows him that he can always get stronger. If there are people, you know, as strong as him or stronger than him, he can actually reach their level, and that's what he always aspires to. That's one of the reasons Super has been so weird, is that there's just so many of those people. I mean, back in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z days, it was literally like this person, and then it was this person, and then it was this person. He would be like, done, 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 and then in Super, it's just like, it's Beerus, and then it's Whis, and then it's the Grand Priest, and then Zeno, and then Jiren, and then Hit, and Frieza's also stronger than her, Toppo's on the level, Vegeta's also on his level, yada yada yada. It's just too many people, and that's what basically brings up this discussion. But to just kind of get back to my point, I think that he is going to lose, and the reason I think this is we got to go all the way back to Dragon Ball, and a lot of people are expecting Goku to win because he is the main protagonist, but I have a few ideas of why he might lose. First of all, Goku's never really lost or won a tournament, really. He's never won a tournament if he goes in overconfident. Other than the 23rd tournament, he never really won any other tournament. He went in way overconfident in the 21st tournament. Yoroshi told him to calm the hell down. You know, he's probably not going to win this, and obviously he tricked him with the whole Muten Roshi. Jackie Chun stuff. Yeah, exactly. And then with the Ten Shinhan fight in this 22nd tournament, and then he barely won the 23rd tournament. Didn't win against Cell. Didn't even fight in the Buu Arc tournament or the last fight with Oob. He didn't necessarily win that fight either. It was kind of a draw. Goku has never ever won a tournament, not even in the Champa Arc, other than the fight with Piccolo. And a lot of people point to the fact that Goku is the main protagonist. Of course he's going to win in the tournament as the main example. And I want to just kind of put it out there that no, that's not necessarily true. Another thing is, in Super in general, Goku hasn't won a fight. Like, he hasn't won one damn fight. And I think that's worth mentioning. Other than just kind of weird or just kind of, you know, inconsequential people, when it comes to the main antagonist, the main fight of any arc, he has lost. He lost against Beerus, he lost against Frieza, he lost against Hit, he lost against Black and Zamasu.
A couple times,
yeah. And now he's probably going to lose in this. So any other thoughts about whether or not Goku is actually going to win or lose? Or do you think that there is a decent possibility that he will lose?
No, I mean, we did another speculation video where I was talking about how I want my main man Vegeta to be the winner. And I know that you also did a video on who was going to defeat Vegeta, but I don't think that Vegeta is going to be defeated. I feel like Goku's going to get taken out, and it's going to be the time for Vegeta and Gohan to actually shine pretty well, especially Gohan being the leader and him just kind of proving his worth again because of all the ridicule he's been getting for over the last 15 years.
No. So with that being said, though, when it comes to Goku, losing. If we're just taking that as is, I mean, there's no other way. I mean, you can tell yourself, or you can stop watching right now. I honestly, like, this is just a speculation, really. It's just our speculation on who might beat him if he were to lose, outside of being either the last person standing against whoever the other last person standing is, or at the very beginning of the tournament. So general speculation, going through every single character, who it could potentially be and for what reasons and what impact that might have on the story. So I'm just going to go through a couple. As I've said with most of these videos, one of the things we saw in the last couple of episodes here, especially in episode 96, was Frieza plotting with Frost. He has some kind of plan in order to basically take down not only Goku, but also knock Beerus and everyone down a notch. He kind of said that he might go fight for Universe 9, but they didn't make a decision in time. They couldn't basically bring him back or whatever they were going to do in order to revive him and have them fight.
Yeah, Beerus snuck up on him.
Exactly. So this is just kind of off the wall. It probably won't happen, but what would be really kind of interesting is, you know, we've already seen Goku get overconfident when it comes to Frieza in Super. We've seen him do that back on Namek. Maybe this is just kind of a running theme with Goku when it comes to Frieza. So he is the one who brings Frieza in, you know, fights with Frieza and all this other stuff. But we see Frieza being Frieza and ends up taking away to take Goku out, and kind of ensuring, I guess there would be like, what was the point, or how is he helping himself when he wants to be resurrected? Well, obviously Frieza probably doesn't believe in the fact that the Dragon Balls are going to be taking him back. Maybe he doesn't take Goku at his word, because Frieza can never be taken at his word. So if he takes out Goku having faith in his own abilities, then potentially it gives him a leg up at being the MVP of the team and actually getting the Super Dragon Balls to actually make his wish. But that's just my speculation, so that would be something interesting.
It also gives him the revenge. Like, even if nothing happened, he didn't get a wish, he didn't get nothing, at least he took Goku out before he went back to hell.
Yeah, and plus we've already seen Goku get taken out by a Frieza character, being tricked by a Frieza character. Again, a lot of people would say, oh, that's so stupid, Goku didn't learn from his mistake last time. You know, he didn't really trust or speculate that a Frieza-like character would play him again. And this would basically be the third time in the entire series that a Frieza character played him again in Super, just in Super. And I personally, you know, third time's a charm. I think that would be an interesting little plot dynamic and put Universe 7 on a really, really bad leg when you only have people like Gohan, Vegeta, Frieza, and 17 left who can really carry the team, and no more Goku. Plus, all the build-up for the entire tournament would be pretty epic without Goku, especially since he was supposed to probably be the main person.
I mean, it would be really nice, though, to not see him win, because it would just continue on the trope, like what you're saying, of him not doing well in tournaments. Well, doing well, but not winning tournaments. And, like, also from last episode, we don't know exactly how the Void's going to work, so we don't know if falling off the ring actually kills the person, or if it just sends them to another dimension to where they watch the rest of the show. Like, we don't know what's going to happen whenever that happens. So him losing does not mean that he will be ultimately erased. So that doesn't ruin the series if he does lose, unless falling off into the Void erases you for sure.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, with that being said, who is the next person who could potentially take out Goku, and for what reason?
Well, I'm kind of turning into you from every time that you ask me these questions. I think Hit, as always, I just from what he's shown in the battle on Earth and the battle in the Universe 6 tournament and the little side story we got to see with just the mobsters and everything, as long as the Toki Tabashi can actually be used within the Void, if he can still go into his own dimension, I think he's going to take him out pretty easily. I mean, I still believe that we're going to have the Universe 6, Universe 7 team up. I feel like that's inevitable. I mean, just because they're brothers. Like, the way Beerus and Champa rule themselves and rule their universes, like, I feel like they have each other's backs, even if they piss each other off every once in a while. But I feel like even with those two universes, the tournament's not over until one universe is victorious. So there's going to have to be a showdown, and the Jiren may be the beginning or the middle of the arc, but the ending could actually be Universe 6 versus Universe 7 rematch, and we could see an actual all-out battle. Well, not all-out because they can't kill, but a huge battle between Hit and Goku, because I feel like Vegeta's not going to step in for that. He's still going to feel like when Cell was about to blow up the world and Trunks was like freaking out, like, why aren't we going to go help Goku? And he was like, do you think Goku wants your help? Like, do you really think that that's what he wants right now? No, he wants to fight by himself. So I feel like we might even get that aspect, since there's no Trunks and there's a Gohan, that even Gohan did in the Buu Saga. They were so happy to just let their dad, or let Goku go in front of them and let Vegeta go in front of them and take turns taking out Babidi's men. So I mean, I definitely see a 1-on-1 fight of Hit and Goku to try to like determine the end of the match.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. In fact, I can also see, based on what we saw from episode 96, like if Gohan tries to step in to help fight Hit or something like that, if Vegeta literally like hits Gohan and knocks him away because Goku has to fight Hit alone, or even if it's Hit versus anyone, or like even if it's Hit versus Vegeta and Gohan tries to step in and he's just like, no, I have to do this, or something, you know, whatever.
Just one epic gut punch, just the with the spit coming out and everything.
It's like, I don't respect you, I have to do this. But yeah, like I can completely see where you're coming from. Personally, I don't necessarily think, and I know it's weird for me, I don't necessarily think that Hit is going to be the one to do it, just because we've already seen Hit and Goku fight twice in this series. I don't necessarily think that they're going to go back to that well as soon as possible.
But you think they enjoy it a little bit too much?
Yeah. It's like I like Hit, and I completely understand that they could probably enjoy that. But it does make me wonder. It depends on when it happens in the tournament, honestly, because we're going to need to see that Jiren and Toppo fight, or at least the Jiren fight. We already saw him fight Toppo. And obviously, there's a lot of people who are expecting that fight to happen. I mean, hell, it's in the intro, for God's sakes. It's basically the entire intro for the most part. And the way I see it happening, and I've already I've speculated this to one degree when it comes to Toppo and Jiren fighting Hit, but it could work for the same reasons that Goku works. Goku's already been vilified by the entire universe, all the universes, as this guy who's just completely doomed them all by setting this up. And of course,
everything's his fault because it's his idea.
Of course, that's not true, and Vados even tried to say no, that's not true, but it doesn't necessarily matter to everyone. So we don't necessarily know how Jiren perceives Goku, but we know how Toppo does. And
I think they hold that. I honestly do. Not trying to interrupt, but I do feel like they still hold that stigma of like, he's still a villain. It doesn't matter. We're here for justice. He's a villain.
Potentially, that could be true. I'm just saying, in terms of, we don't know how each of them see Goku, and at the same time, we don't know how Jiren and Toppo fight and how they decide to team up with each other, or whether they do it all, or whether they decide to like let each other handle certain things. Because one of the things we did see earlier on with the build up towards the tournament is the fact that it looked like, for the most part, I mean, just going back, I can't remember the episode as a whole, but going back, we saw the Pride Troopers fighting this big alien, right? And we got the bunny rabbit guy and the guy with the laser eye fighting and having a hard time. They're doing their own thing. They're fighting this fight themselves. And Toppo literally comes out of nowhere to help them, quote unquote, help them. And I could see the same thing happening between an epic Goku and Jiren fight, where because this is a battle royale, because Gohan comes out of nowhere and says, like, do not let them team up against you. Like, if one person fights you, you fight with two. If two people fight you, you fight with three. And I can imagine what Vegeta says, we are Saiyan warriors. We're full-blooded Saiyan warriors. We are going to fight by ourselves. We have pride in this. But at the same time, we've seen Toppo ultimately sit there and go, he has no pride in having other people fight. He fights as a unit because they are literally Pride Troopers. They are a group of people who fight alongside each other. Goku just isn't that way. So I can imagine Goku and Jiren fighting sometime mid-tournament or at the beginning of the tournament, and as everything is coming to a head, as Goku might seemingly actually even win the fight, Toppo drops in, drop kicks Goku or something, giving Jiren the edge, and Jiren takes out Goku because Goku did not heed Gohan's words, and Gohan being the team leader, and Gohan having been put in that role by Goku, and Goku not listening to him is something that they've been building up potentially throughout this entire tournament, and that's how Goku basically eats it.
And after him eating it, I know I made a joke about it on your Piccolo video, but that could be what makes the next transformation for Gohan and lets him show off his character now. That would be a potential thing, losing his dad out so early or right in the middle when he feels all this pressure is about to happen. Because after he's gone, I feel like the universe saw his main power, and they feel like he's the threat, and after he's taken out, they may feel that Universe 7's easy to take out, and everybody might just gang up on him all at once, even harder than what they were originally. Mm-hmm. So that would be pretty serious. I would give that one.
Yeah, I mean, but anybody else, I mean, honestly, when you think about main antagonizing forces against Goku, I mean, you don't have many other people than that. We haven't been introduced to many other people besides these, potentially 4 or 5 people that we've discussed here. But anybody else that Goku just has to fight, whether or not he actually loses to that person or not.
About losing, I really don't think that it will be a loss to. But a very interesting fight that I now want to see from the last episode is I want to see if this gentleman from Universe 2 is a Yardrat. And I want to see them fight because that would be very interesting. After Goku came back and told everybody about instantaneous movement, he told them that they had a lot more techniques that he didn't have time to learn, and that they knew, and that they were good with their techniques, which is why they were good fighters. And that's something very interesting to see. And we also might get to see kind of like a copycat style, whatever he does know that the Yardrat might know, just kind of head to head. And we could see like, since no flying's able, we could see this kind of cool like instant transmission back and forth, like, oh, we're here, now we're here, now we're here, more than whatever like the Z Vanish is, because the Z Vanish is just speed and you going behind your like opponent without them being able to actually see you. But the instant transmission is a completely different technique, and that'd be very interesting to see them just hopping around the ring, fighting it out.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely understand where you're coming from with that. And one of the things I would really like to see them do with that is just kind of play off this. One of the things that Dragon Ball Z did after he learned the instantaneous movement, and even Super as well, they've played off the fact that he can just use this technique and he gets the upper hand with people. Because no one knows what's going on. Like, that's so weird to me that no one knows, like, what that technique is or how to fight it. Not even a God of Destruction knows how to fight that technique.
It impressed Cell, too, when he did the instantaneous Kamehameha.
Mm-hmm. And that's...
He freaked out about it, too.
And that's the thing. Like, Boo does... I'm pretty sure he used it against Boo. Boo didn't understand what was going on. And so... having another person fight Goku in that manner who can just sit around and have an instantaneous movement fight, and even get to see what the Yardrats are capable of outside of that, and potentially also explaining why he's in Universe 2 other than Universe 7 is just something we definitely need. So Goku definitely has to fight that particular fighter, whatever his name might be.
It would be a very Jumper-esque fight scene, I would say, if anybody knows what that movie is. I believe you know what it is, but it's a smaller movie size-wise that people don't really give the credit that it... I liked it. It was a good movie, but that's another topic. But yeah, I feel like that would be a really cool little homage. I mean, it wouldn't be their homage to it because they probably haven't seen it, but for me, it would be very entertaining to watch that, because people who haven't seen the movie, they jump around the world like a Nightcrawler and everything, and they go through these little holes, and they're in Hawaii, and then they're in Egypt, and it's really entertaining to see a battle while traveling through space and time.
No, I completely agree. So that would be really interesting, just seeing them fight. And personally, like you said, I think they have to fight because they've set that up. And like I said earlier, I definitely think that Jiren, if Goku is going to lose, which is the baseline that we decided to work off of in this particular video, is he might not lose, but there are certain things and tropes with this show that indicate that he might. So if he does lose, he should lose to Jiren. I went through how I think he should lose, be it with Frieza. You talked about, Hit, and definitely Jiren and Topo. So, and this guy, just kind of playing off of that, whatever happens, whoever beats Goku at the end of all of this, one of the things that they would have to do, or they can definitely do at the beginning, is to show us this fight, have this be kind of the warm-up match for Goku, kind of slow at the beginning, showing him fight this guy, and then whatever big match we're going to get up to anybody who actually beats him, or that big epic Jiren match, or whoever ends up winning. So I think that that's pretty much how I want this to go down. I want to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to beat Goku, and for what reasons? What effect do you have it seeing on the story? And just in general, your thoughts and opinions about everything on here. Do you think he's going to win? Another thing I want everyone to do is please make sure to go check out Kihokai on his channel. I'll link it in the description section below. Obviously, he'll probably be in the comment section below, so make sure to say hi to him, both on his channel and the comment section. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video out to all your friends. Do not forget to hit that bell over by the subscription button to notify you guys every single time I upload. And with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a good day. Bye.
Catch you later.